Okay then guys, this is your transformation process for your animated ratchet from newage figures. Just a quick reminder, it's only the transformation process and the review has been separately uploaded. Now I'm taking these out. I don't know if I need to. I imagine that I perhaps do actually, yes, because I've got to get the head out of this particular part here. So we're going to take this out, and in fact we'll go with that straight away. If we lift this up, you can then see that the head is tucked behind there, which I'm struggling to get with my nails. Let's see if I can bring it out. I'm going to leave that up for now because I'm going to carry on with the rest. I'm going to take the back like so, hopefully anyway, and I'm going to, let me have a look at this. This is very different to hoist. I was thinking it's going to be, oh no, I was thinking it's going to be the same. It sort of is. There we go. Now I can open up the sides. That's better. And then what I'm going to do is, that was tabbed in via them, by the way. That's why it was quite tight. I'm going to bring this up now. And what I can then do is push the head through. That's helped me out a load. And if you struggle the same as me with your nails, you can do exactly the same. So fold it up, then you can rotate the head around like so. I'm going to bring the legs all the way out. This is going to tab into there. This has never been transformed before. That's why it's super stiff. We're going to then take the legs, separate this via the feet. I was hoping that it'd be exactly the same as hoist, but obviously there's a couple of differences. You're going to rotate the thighs 180 degrees. So you can see the slant is now slanting in towards the torso, like so. Then you've got the clever bit on the feet. I imagine this is exactly the same. Bend over at the ankle, tuck the wheel right over and close that up like so. Same principle here, bend that over and fold that over. And then again, usually, well, I could with hoist, you can see there's a little tab. I can get the toes out. He says, famous last words, I've got stuck, but I've got enough movement on that to get them out. So you can see here, we're going to press this tiny little tab. That'll pop the feet out. And to be honest, that's the legs. Now the rest of it isn't too difficult. We're going to take the arms. These are on double hinges. Fold these all the way out and just slide them through that gap like so. We're then going to bend over what is the front of, in the UK, it's known as a bonnet. I think you guys call it a hood in the US. So it's just going to fold over at a right angle there. And then before we start to sort all this out, I'm going to not forget to take the top of the shoulder, rotate that 180 degrees as well, like so. That's going to rotate around, and then it's just going to be a case of tidying all this up. So this is going to slot into there. So bend it over like that. Line it up. I've gone too low. You can see how that just slotted in. That's what covered up the head. This is going to collapse over on itself. Yeah, very similar to hoist there. And then you can just put these parts however you want them. So now if you wanted to, of course, you can put the light bar back on. And I think this can be used as an accessory, or if you wanted to, by the looks of it, you could put it back on as well. But it won't hinder or have any other reference point to the transformation process. So correct the orientation of the biceps. And to be honest, guys, with a few minor and subtle differences just compared to hoist, that is the transformation process for New Age's animated ratchet. Hope this helps you out. Take care.